Hello everybody. Angie here. I'm coming on with my bi-weekly collage for hashtag Faith-Filled Collaging 2025, created here on YouTube by myself and Anna G over at Making Joyful Journals. This is a creative series, Bible journaling series, done bi-monthly, and it's normally posted every other Wednesday. I'm a little behind on mine, but I'm going to get myself caught up on this. And it is a selective number of prompts. You give you a focal image and some other things to work with, and then you just do a collage page, faith-filled collage with it. I hope this is something that you enjoy. If it is open for anybody that would like to join. Please feel free. All the information will be in the description box below. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started on this, okay guys? This make is for 7/16. The Bible verse is John 3:16. The focal image to be used is planet Earth. The primary color is green. Primary paper choice is painted scraps. And for some type of texture, use buttons, okay? And then anything else that you want to use is completely up to you. Now, up to this point, I have been working in the margins on my coloring book Bible. But I'm going to work on a bigger piece of paper, and then I'm going to cut it down to size however I want to do it. Okay, that's my thought anyway. I'm going to go ahead and use the free image that we provide for you guys in this series. I'm going to go ahead and use that. For buttons, I have this little tag here with some buttons, and I think I'm going to just kind of really quickly cut those buttons out probably. But with that being said, just now I remember, hold on, I had right here paper buttons. There we go. Here's a paper button right there. I thought I had another couple more too. Yep. Here we go. Oh, I remember grabbing some other stuff to possibly use for this make. For painted scraps, this has been painted. This was out of a magazine. I thought that was pretty, the colors. I may use that, I don't know. But I have this little digital here, and it's got some buttons as well. But anyway, we've got buttons, okay? The paper choices, I just grabbed some scrap papers. I have this little 4x6 one. This one's like a 6x8, and then this ledger page. I don't know which one I'm going to use there. And painted scraps. I have these prints from my jelly print thing here. So I thought I'd just tear up some of those, and maybe we can use up some of these. Okay. And that's all my prompts. Okay. So I don't want to make it big, but I want to make it bigger than my little 2.5 inch in my margin area on my Bible. So that's why I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. I kind of like the size of this. I guess that stands out well enough. You know what? We're just going to go with this one. We'll just save these for another day. We'll just put them back in my big old pile over there. All right, this is going to be pretty simple, I think. Let's start with cutting this out. Where are my scissors? And I just had them here. Here we go. Got that little watercolor area around the earth there. I'm just trying to think if I want to kind of go around that or just cut out the circle. I'm just going to cut out the earth portion. We'll do away with the other part. And I know I probably won't cut this out perfectly, but we're just going to scooch all around here. I apologize for getting this make done a little bit late, but it's been a little hectic for me here this month. It's been a little busy. Okay. Then I was thinking just the color to be used is green. So there's some green in this one. I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. So I'm just going to cut out a cross. Because we have to I know it's just something as simple as a cross, but let me see, is that going to show on the back side? I don't think so. Kind of, sort of, but I'm gonna faintly get an idea of how big I want the cross to be. I think that's good right there. You can kind of see it in the background, but once I put it down, it kind of mutes that. Okay, so now we're gonna just cut that out. Okay, just like that. And I'm just gonna, not quite as tall. Trim that down just a little wonky, but doable. All right, and I'm just gonna put that like it's right on top of the earth, right there, just like that. And then what else do we have? Just buttons, basically, in the verse itself. So I like this paper button just because it's easier to cut out. Let's go with these little ones down here. And again, I'm going to have to cut these out. That'll give me a second to think while I'm cutting these out, guys. Okay, so give me a minute. There's one. Because it says buttons, so I actually need more than one anyway. I was looking to see if I could get away with one or more. But I definitely need more than one, so. One's a little too big. I won't use that. Okay. Now, I do like the idea of how the watercolor area that I cut away from the earth image, I kind of like that. So I'm going to try to recreate that a little bit, just add a little bit of more color to the background. So let me grab a couple colors in my acrylic block, okay? It'll only take a second because everything is close. My acrylic block and a couple inks, maybe some green and blue or yellow or something. Green, blue, brown, and yellow. Make a little bit of a mess here real quick. I think I will go ahead and grab this for underneath. Okay. And I'm going to need a little bit of splash of water. Let me grab that. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's do a little blue, a little bit of green, and we're going to put in a little yellow in there. All right. And I think I want that, so kind of just, I need a bigger brush, that's what I need. Actually, I'm thinking splatter some of this water on here. Get it mixed a little bit. All right, and I'm just gonna kind of, because I don't like that, so I'm gonna just kind of pick a little bit of it up and let it move around. Like that, that's what I want. A little more of that. Get a little yellow in there. Oh, I like that. Yes. Okay, we're coming along nicely. Now we got to get that dry. And I didn't grab my heat tool. Give that a little fan. Okay. And I want this to stand out. It's kind of got the same color palette. So I'm going to go around the edges of this with black. I'm just going to grab a marker. And then I'll give that a couple extra seconds to dry. Okay, I think that will help. Yes, it does. Okay, so we've got the earth, we've got green, and we've got painted scraps. And I think I'll probably let's do the same with this as well. But I'm going to do it this way. Let's see how this works. Let me see. Yep, it works because it bleeds right through to the other side. Yes. See how that looks. I like it. Okay, that'll work. All right, back to this now. That's about dry. So let's put this down. The buttons kind of throw me off, but oops, we are going to work with it. We're just going to put that right dab in the middle. And then I'm going to take my cross. And I'm going to plant that right in the middle like that. Tilt it maybe just a tad. Okay, I like that. And the buttons. Why don't we just do like that? Okay, and then we need, I like it, but I feel like we need those to be outlined as well. I'm going to grab a narrower marker because that big Sharpie's kind of too big and bold. Let me try and go around these. We want to emphasize those a little bit. All right. And then we just need the Bible verse. And I think since I'm putting this in my Bible, I don't write out the verse, but I do want the chapter. So we're just going to write John 3:16. And I think I want to put that right. We'll just put it right down here. If I would have thought about it, I could have cut the letters out with the die cut. Okay. Trying to be neat. All right, there we go. I like it. I'm going to stop there. I am pleased with that. And I don't know where my cap went, but I'll find it. Okay, let me close up my glue. Okay, now let me get my Bible. Turn to the chapter. Let's see. I think it's back here somewhere. I might be wrong. I'm in the wrong area. Let's see. I wasn't too far off. Just went back a little bit too far. Okay. John 3. go. And then I just highlight that verse. 3:16. Right there. See, I like that, but it was a little too big to get in that margin. I guess I could have gotten it to fit, but I'm okay with that. And I think I'm just going to use it as like a tip in and or a flip out. We can do it this way so then I can still get to the text when needed. So I need a piece of washi tape to put that in with. So let's find a piece of tape. And it's just going to go down just right there. All right. And I can add something to the back side here at a later time if I choose to do so. But that is going to be it, guys. What do you guys think? Get in frame here. The prompts were the Bible verse, John 3:16, planet Earth, green, painted scraps, I used that to make the cross, and buttons. And I just did it as a little flip out. Okay, guys, the verse reads, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. All right, guys, well, that's what I've got for you today. I hope you guys like the collage. Feel free to join it at any time. Again, all the information will be in the description box below if this is something that interests you. As always, take care, God bless, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.